Good afternoon, everyone. One challenge, 4 prizes, 20 residents will push their limits in the ultimate gingerbread house decorating competition. Will their house stand or will it crumble? I'm your host, Zach Young, and I'll be taking you through this adventure of a contest this afternoon. First thing we're going to do is meet our contestants. And so how we're going to do this is contestants, you've all been given a contestant number. We're going to go through you in order, starting with number 1. If you can unmute yourself, introduce yourself, including your name, the residence building you live in, and your current area of study at the University of Alberta. We'll start with Allison, who's contestant 1. And feel free after, if you know you're the next contestant, after the contestant has introduced yourself, feel free to unmute yourself and go. You don't have to wait for me to prompt you. All right, Allison.
Hi, I'm Allison. I am from Schaefer Hall and I'm a nursing student.
All right, do we have contestant 2, Brianna, with us? It doesn't look like it, so we're gonna go to contestant 3.
I'm Brittany, I'm in Schaefer, and I'm in the Faculty of Arts.
Okay, doesn't look like we have contestant 4 with us either. Do we have contestant 5? All right, we'll move on to contestant 6.
Hi, my name is Hannah. I live in Hub and I am in business.
All right, we're going to move to contestant 8.
Hi, my name is Nandini. I live in Hub and I'm in psychology.
All right, next one on my list who looks like they're here is contestant 11.
Hi, I'm Nilanjan and I live in Hub and my major is chemical engineering.
All right, next contestant on my list who has arrived is contestant 15.
Hi, my name is Celine. I live in Newton Place and I'm a business student.
Nice to meet you, Celine. Next up is contestant 16. For those contestants just arriving, we're going in contestant order and just introducing ourselves by our name, our residence building, and your current area of study at the U of A.
Hi, my name is Tajamo. I'm in Newton Place and I'm studying biological sciences.
Great, great to meet you, Tajamo. Next is contestant 17, followed by 18.
Hi, I'm contestant 17. My name is Tasmim and I live in Newton Place and I'm in mechanical engineering.
Yes, I'm next. So I'm contestant number 18. I'm Warren and I'm from Hub. I'm studying mechanical engineering.
All right, just looking at my list, I don't think we have our contestant 19 and 20. Is there anyone who has arrived since we started the list that hasn't gotten an opportunity to introduce themselves?
Yep, me.
Okay.
Hi, I am Namrata. I live in Hub and I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Great, nice to meet you. Is there anyone else who hasn't had the opportunity to introduce themselves? All right, so we have a couple of folks running in late. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go over the rules. While I'm doing that, if you're a contestant, if you want to get your station set up and get your camera focused on the area where you'll be working so we can see at how your house progresses throughout the program. And so looking at the Overarching rules for today. So the judges would like each contestant to decorate a gingerbread house. So each contestant has received a gingerbread house kit with contest instructions today. They may use what is provided in the kit as well as up to 3 additional ingredients from their pantry. Contestants will be given 30 minutes to construct the house and also decorate the house. Throughout this process, please keep in mind, as I mentioned, please keep your camera on and focused on your workstation because we want to see how the magic is unfolding. So when the judges are going to be judging the decorations, there's 4 factors that they're going to be looking at. So first is the visual impact. So this is the level to which the house is appealing and attractive to the eye, leaving the judges in awe. It's as well the level that the decorator has a clear intention and forethought put into the building and the decoration of the house. The next factor is quality craftsmanship. So this is to the level that the house is neat, it's symmetrical, it's well constructed, and not too messy. Next factor is completeness. So to the level at which the space is well utilized, completely decorating all of the walls, the roof, the yard. So we're just looking for the use of space in the time that we've provided you. And finally, the final factor is originality and creativity. So this is the level to which the house is unique from all the other houses and displays an innovative use of the 3 additional ingredients that were not included in the kit. There are also prizes today, which is super exciting. And there's 4 different categories that our contestants could claim to win the competition. So the first is the most traditional gingerbread house. Next is the most creative, the most extravagant, and finally the People's Choice Award. We're going to break these down in a bit more detail. So the most traditional, thank you, and also the corresponding prizes. So AirPods will go to the most traditional gingerbread house, an iPad to the most creative, and a Fitbit to the most extravagant. So breaking these categories, and finally the People's Choice Award, which will be a bookstore gift card. So the most traditional gingerbread house will go to that picture-perfect gingerbread house. It's a true classic, very similar to the one that would be on the box of a gingerbread house kit that you would get at the store. It's inviting, it has a realistic feel to it. It might be more simple, but it's also sturdy. It's architecturally sound. There's precision and skill. The presentation is neat and tidy and has good symmetry and color coordination. Lots of things to think about for the most traditional gingerbread house. Next is the most creative. And so this will go to the house that's extremely innovative and fun. They were thinking outside of the box, pardon the pun, to create a one-of-a-kind house using a unique concept. It might be quirky, it might be colorful, it might be a twist that none of the other houses demonstrated. Also uses a really good use of its 3 additional ingredients. Next is the most extravagant gingerbread house. And so this will go to the over-the-top, really stands out from the rest. If you arrived at a house party and the party, this would be the house you would see. It has a wow factor. It might be extremely festive. It might have another theme as well. The decor is excessive. It's showy. It spares no expense. The detail is also impeccable. It might be flashy, embellished. It might even look ridiculous. That is not outside the bounds of that category. And finally, the People's Choice Award. So the People's Choice Award will not be decided by our guest judges today, but will be decided by the U of A community. And so the gingerbread houses will be put up on the U Alberta Instagram page, and the U of A population at large will be asked to vote on them. And the gingerbread house that secures the most votes will be awarded the People's Choice Award. So those are the 4 houses that are up for grabs. Just a few things to keep in mind so you don't get disqualified. So as we said, please keep your camera on. Also, when we say the time is up, you must stop working. You cannot work past the time limit or you'll be disqualified. We will keep the timer visible for you. It'll be at the bottom corner of my screen while we're going, and we'll give you frequent reminders throughout to let you know how much time is left. Finally, you cannot use more than those 3 additional ingredients. That could also lead to disqualification. Other than that, we want you all to have a lot of fun. before we start, I do want to introduce one of our guest judges. Our two other judges will be joining us later on in the competition, but we do want to introduce Chris Q. There he is. Chris was a contestant on the Great Canadian Baking Show, I believe in season 3. Hello, Chris. We are so thankful that you're here with us today.
Hello, thanks for having me. This is really exciting, and I really wish that I had this when I lived in residence, but I'll just have to live vicariously through you.
Fantastic. Is there any words of wisdom you want to give our contestants today before they start decorating?
I would say be bold, think of what Christmas means to you, and just have fun with it.
Awesome. Those are great words of advice. All right, folks, we are getting ready to begin. I'm going to count you all down, and when we're ready to go, make sure those cameras are on. You will be allowed to start decorating. So on your marks, get set, and decorate. 30 minutes are on the clock. So how are you doing today, Chris?
You know, I was doing pretty good, and this is giving me a little bit of flashbacks. A little
Is it almost too realistic?
Yeah, maybe a bit of PTSD from the when you were counting them down. But no, things are good. It's kind of a weird Christmas, and I think everyone's not really able to do what they're usually able to. And so an activity like this, I think that's so kind of reminds us that, you know, we can still do some things that we usually do, and do it somewhat together.
Yeah, coming together it's definitely been a challenge this year as a whole, especially this month. So yeah, hopefully this creates that kind of like semblance of some sort of normalcy, I suppose. You mentioned like a bit of the nerves as I was counting down. How does it feel to be on the other side of the competition this time around?
It feels so much better being on this side, just being able to judge other people. But no, I also kind of miss being in the thick of it. You know, I kind of wish that I had a gingerbread kit in front of me, and I could, you know, see what I can do. You know, I mean, and there are some great prizes up for grabs today.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of not fair that they're better than the prizes that we had on the show. The most we could earn is a cake plate.
I was gonna say, like, I was wondering what the prize was. So it's just that cake plate, and I guess they give flowers to the winners at the end.
It's bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah,
flowers, which I'm not very good at keeping them alive, so I would kill them anyways. And yeah, a cake plate, which is admittedly very, very nice. But
yeah,
I think it's just more of a celebration of a love of baking. And
yeah, I guess because there weren't as many, or like the prizes wasn't as flashy for the Great Canadian Bake Off, what like drew you to the competition?
Well, I think I'm not sure I would have gone on if it wasn't for that, to be honest. It's you know, you see these other shows where they take the drama very seriously. They kind of edit this and edit that, and you know, you could look like a good guy, you could look like a villain, and your life might be ruined afterwards. But this one was just about baking, and kind of just a celebration of the craft, and everyone kind of came together over that. So that was probably the only show that I was considering ever going on.
Yeah, it is very different from other reality shows. It seems like the word wholesome is usually how I describe the show. I love watching it and promoting it to my friends. But yeah, it seems to just be about that celebration, the like personal growth and like challenging yourself, obviously. Yeah, you said that you almost wish you had a kit in front of you. How do you think you would approach this challenge if you had that kit in front of you and you were competing?
Well, it looks like everyone's kind of got like a standard kit, and they all have a bag of icing, and they're allowed 3 extra ingredients. One thing, I don't know if anyone here has watched the show, but I was always kind of the one that was overly ambitious and tried to do way too much in the time that I was given. Yeah, and also I think so I would think maybe with time in mind, less is more. You can be over the top, but realize that some ideas that you want may take longer than half an hour. And also just to maybe work very cleanly. You know, if you're rushing through things, you know, you have half an hour, but it's both a short time but also a long time. So you know, clean your edges and, make sure things are at 90-degree angles or not, if that's what you're going for.
True. Yeah, we might have some more modern inspired houses today,
Yeah.
depending on how folks interpret the challenge.
Yeah.
Looks like we're being given some snapshots of what people are doing right now. It looks like some folks are focusing on getting the house built first, and it looks like some folks are focusing more on the decorating at first. I'm not sure which is the better approach there, but I never even thought of that as being a decision you'd have to make.
It's quite interesting. Some have really gotten it built very, very fast.
Yeah.
And you're right. Some are focusing, like I see Hannah, she's really covered the front of her house all in white. And I guess it's a very snowy year. And then you have others that just kind of have a bare bones house. I'm wondering actually who are the engineers and who are the art students, if we can see a difference.
Ooh, yeah, that's very interesting. I've been wanting to ask the contestants if their area of study is like informing how they're approaching this. We could probably go in and talk to a couple of them right now. Let's see. I'm just looking at my list here to see who might be in engineering. That might be an interesting one to check in on. If we go to contestant 10, maybe. We spotlight contestant 10.
Yep, I'm in engineering.
Yeah, is that informing your approach at all? Do you think those skills are going to come in handy?
I would say even though I'm in engineering, I really like making drawings, like sketching and painting. So I have an artistic approach as well.
Nice. Nice. I
I'm
think
not
both are
sure I'm
important.
the neutral, unbiased person to ask this question to.
She's both mathematically and artistically talented. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's a hard combination to beat.
I'm just average.
Fantastic. What are you working on right now?
I am working on decorating the front of the house.
Nice. Yeah, I see you've got some windows happening there.
Yeah. I'm doing this for the first time in my life. So
oh, wow.
Really?
It's kind of really new to me, so I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm just trying my best.
Of course. All right. Well, we will leave you alone. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And we're excited to see it at the end.
This is also giving me flashbacks, being interrupted by someone interviewing me at the worst possible time. My house is collapsing and someone's interrogating me on how I'm going to fix it and whether I'm upset, whether I'm going to cry. Hopefully no tears today.
How annoying was it? Was it like a welcome interruption to talk to someone, or did you always you just have to roll your eyes?
I think sometimes they have a knack for asking you the most invasive questions at the most inopportune times, and you're trying to concentrate. You got 5 minutes left, and they're asking you to reflect on what happened and whether you're happy with it and what you're going to do. And are you afraid that you're going to go home this week? And meanwhile, I'm panicking and trying to think. So hopefully we won't catch anybody in that in that mood today.
Hopefully not. We're not trying to instill panic. Students have just gone through finals, I suppose. So
yeah.
Hopefully this isn't as stressful as that.
Yeah. It's interesting. I see the kit seems to come with some extra pieces to decorate.
Yeah. I'm trying to look in there because I've actually never done one of these myself either. And so I'm curious what comes in there. At least we've got the roof, the sides, we've got icing. I don't know if I've seen anyone starting to put anything on it yet.
Yeah. Number 3, Brittany. And I think number 1, Allison as well. I see this little chimney thing going on.
Oh.
Chimney and roof thing going on. You see that?
I am trying to zoom in. Can we have our producers go in on number 1? Ah, yeah, there we go. There's Allison. How's it going, Allison?
Going pretty good. I haven't done one of these in a few years, so I'm a little nervous, but so far so good.
Nice. Does the chimney come with the kit, or did you bring that yourself?
Yes, it does. I think it's a pretty new thing just because the roof used to fall off so easily.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
how solid is it feeling? It looks like you're securing all the gaps there.
It feels good, but I'm nervous.
Fair enough. What do you know what additional ingredients you're using?
I'm definitely going to be using some of the little round ball decorating candies, and then they've got some little gum drops, which I'll probably put on the roof somewhere.
Nice. Very nice. Things look like they're coming along great.
So fun.
Do we want to go to contestant 3 as well, Brittany, who also had that chimney thing happening?
Hello.
Hello, how's it going, Brittany?
It's going good. This is my first gingerbread house, so I'm a little nervous, but it's
Of
going
course. Oh, I would be too. What's inspiring like your house today? What design are you going for?
I'm going for the traditional one, just because like back where I live, every house is like a log cabin, and I kind of miss it. So,
Where do you live?
I'm from 6 hours north of Edmonton.
Wow.
Is it a town or
Yeah,
what's
it's a
what,
town.
what's it called?
Fairview.
Oh, Fairview. I've heard of it anyways. Never been there.
Probably quite a bit of snow right there now as well.
Yeah.
She's got 2 chimneys, so I guess Santa's gonna have to pick one.
Yeah, this is obviously it's a high-end house. They have 2 fireplaces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. All right, well, best of luck, Brittany.
I was kind of curious about when you mentioned in the rules they're allowed 3 extra ingredients. So are those 3 ingredients in the kit, or are they 3 ingredients and stuff they can bring outside of the kit?
Great question. So it's 3 ingredients they can bring from outside of the kit.
Outside.
Yeah. So I don't think folks have to use everything in the kit. I think they can choose what would work there. But yeah. So wanted to keep things fair, but we also want folks to be able to let their creativity shine. And so I'm really curious what the 3 extra ingredients will end up being. How are things going, Celine?
Pretty good. My hands are kind of shaky though.
Oh, is it the nerves?
I think so.
Yeah. What are you working on right now?
This.
Nice. The windows.
Yeah, the windows. They're taking a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're curious. What do you know what additional ingredients you're hoping to use besides the kit?
Yeah, I did my so I used these. I brought cereals for the tile.
Oh, fun.
And then I'm using these for the windows.
Oh, nice. Is that licorice or?
It's I don't know what it is. It's candy for sure, but I don't know.
It's edible. That's good.
Yes, it's candy.
I love the cereals. That adds a really interesting texture.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm kind of happy about it. So.
All right. Well, we'll leave you alone to work, but looking forward to seeing the result. Thanks, Celine. So Chris, like what, as like one of the guest judges, and kind of starting to see how things are unfolding here, what do you think you'll be looking for as like criteria in terms of making your decision for the best houses?
I think it's easy to make a gingerbread house with, any what type of decoration, but I kind of like it when I can see, I can take a step back and I can look at the overall scene and I can kind of see, what this person's vision of a gingerbread house, what this person's vision of like a Christmassy decor is. So I guess I want to see when they're going in and explaining what they're doing, I kind of want to see the story behind it.
Ooh, yeah. So it's about the whole context.
Yeah,
and more
I think
than just the looks.
Yeah, you can kind of throw anything you want. You can bring a whole lot of ingredients and kind of throw them on and kind of make it pretty. But I kind of want to know what makes it your house, not just anybody else's house.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm just flipping through our cameras here to see who we might not have seen yet. Do we maybe go to contestant 14? How are things going over there?
I walked in a little late, so I'm a little behind.
Oh no. We've got a house standing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'll stay standing.
Nice. Other than time, is there anything you're worried about in terms of finishing up, or?
I don't think so. No, I think it's mostly the time that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any words of advice, Chris, from when you felt behind on a challenge? I'm sure it happened.
Oh, it happened every single time. You have time. Just take a breath and just do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this your first gingerbread house?
Yes.
Yes. That's also nerve-wracking, but I'm sure you'll do great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're using for your extra ingredients?
I was thinking of candy canes and 2 different colored like frostings.
Ooh,
fancy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have like food coloring that you'll put in the frosting from the kit then, or nice? Oh, that'll be really good. Looking forward to seeing it. We'll let you get back to work so you can catch up on the time. All right. Speaking of time, it looks like we've got just over 15 minutes left. The time is absolutely flying. Goodness.
Well, I see some really nice roof work coming along.
Yeah.
So you see Tasman and Tajam. I'm probably butchering your name. Contestant 16.
Yeah,
got some
Tajamal, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tajamal, what's on your roof?
It's one of those candy balls on the roof. There was 5 of them, but I used 4. But I think I'll put the other one somewhere else.
Is that from the kit itself, or did you bring that in?
No, it's from the kit itself.
From the kit. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that didn't occur to me to put it on the top. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's big and it's bright, so it might catch people's attention. And then,
Yeah, it it definitely caught ours for sure. What do you have, like a particular vision that you're aiming for your gingerbread house?
I did, but the frosting is not. I can't handle it well, but I'm trying.
When you say it doesn't handle well, what do you mean?
I mean, like in the pictures, it looks so uniform, but it's dripping off. So.
Well, I guess you're doing the best you can. It looks great so far, anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. The colored balls is very unique from what we've seen from everyone else so far. So best of luck. We'll let you get back to work.
Thanks.
Do you want to check in on Warren? The house is looking very good from the front view, from what I can see. Got like a more minimalist look going, which I definitely don't mind.
Actually, work is going in the background right now, so I'm showing only.
He's working on something in secret, and he's gonna do a reveal at some point.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint of what it might be?
Okay, I'm trying to go for something which really means home to me right now. Because like Hub has been home for a bit. I think that can already give a hint of what that potentially could be at the back. A special logo, which I think you might know about. But yeah, pull this one off. That one might be a bit pushy, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I'm trying to guess, but I don't have any guesses. So I'll have to wait. What additional ingredients are you using, Warren?
I'm potentially thinking of very simple things like coconut threads, and then as well as honey. So honey would just the coconut hold, and that's pretty much it. That was the thought process there.
Nice. Is the coconut supposed to be snow?
Yes, essentially.
Awesome. All right. Well, looking forward to the big reveal.
That's the goal.
Yeah, we've got, I think, let's see, how many people do it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 people here.
Nice. Good chances for the prizes.
Yeah, good chances for prizes. I was just going to say, I was trying to calculate 4 out of 11, but I'm not an engineer, so.
I don't know. I can't help you there. But yeah, this must be really interesting for students to do right after their finals, like one stressful thing after another. Did you ever bake while you were in school, Chris, as like stress relief or anything, or?
You know, well, the first 2 years I was in university, I lived in residence, but we didn't have kitchens. We just had a common room with a microwave, and all of our food was basics from the cafeteria, which is great, but there's only so many combinations of things that they can serve. And after 2 years, I think I was kind of sick of it. So then I moved out, and that's when I kind of started to bake. And I guess it's a combination of being a poor student and having a sweet tooth. I couldn't afford to buy from the bakery all the time.
Yeah, and there's so many like local bakeries around the U of A too. That would be hard. Where did you live in residence?
So I born and raised in Vancouver, but I actually went to Toronto for school. Yeah, and they have a massive campus. And there are a lot of bakeries around there as well. Edmonton's got it pretty good though in terms of the food scene. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed.
Totally. Producers want to take us to Nandini right now to see what's going on. Just scrolling here too. How are things going, Nandini, on your house?
I think it's going fine. It's really messy, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you working on right now?
I'm working on like one side of the roof.
Nice. Are you going to work on the other side eventually too, or are you focusing all of your work on that one side?
Depends on the time, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say asymmetric houses. I've seen them pop up around some of the new builds in Edmonton, so that could be your house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What special ingredient are you bringing into your house, Nandini?
I joined the competition pretty late, so I only had sugar. This all kind of crystallized, I guess.
Nice. When did you join? Are you worried about the time right now?
I'm just trying to enjoy myself, actually. I like building.
Oh, perfect. Well, I can't fault you for that. You have a big smile on your face. You look like you're enjoying it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And I don't think we've visited contestant 11 yet either. All right, Nilanjan, how are things going? Oh, I think you're on mute.
They are not going great. My house is crumbling down.
Oh no! Is the icing not holding?
No, it's not holding at all. It's like being weird. It looks really spooky right now.
The gingerbread
looks like the
like he's
haunted
having a
house
good
which
time.
is overtaken by gingerbread men.
Nice.
I mean, there's a movie called Nightmare. What is it? Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
Yes. So that could be your theme.
Could be. Trying to sandwich.
You've got 8 minutes to channel it. Nice. Do you have a particular vision, Nilanjan, for your house, or just going where the icing takes you?
I was going for something else. Like I was going for a more modern look.
Okay.
But yeah, the icing didn't hold and my entire roof fell off. So.
Oh, it fell off. Looks like you got it fixed.
Yeah, I got it with the traditional look now.
Yeah.
Like it's meant to be by the box. So.
Mm-hmm. You also mentioned you were in engineering?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that coming into play for you at all with your house?
Not at all.
I was just watching I can't remember which episode it was of the Bake Off today where they made a gingerbread house with like solar panels on the roof.
Oh my goodness.
I'm curious if that's crossed any of our engineers' minds today to incorporate. Maybe a bit beyond the scope of half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, best of luck, Nilanjan. Hope your roof holds intact.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we got about 7 minutes left, folks. Things are what I would say coming down to a bit of a time crunch right now, so things might be speeding up for some folks. Ooh, contestant 14 looks like they've got a great pattern on their roof.
Yeah, that's very detailed.
Yeah. Contestant 14, did you come up with that pattern, or is that on the roof already, or?
There was a pattern on the roof. I kind of followed that. Yeah.
Nice. That's very sharp.
Thanks.
What are you working on right now?
I'm trying to work on the front of the house, but one of the frostings, well, I actually decided to use jam instead. That isn't really, it's dripping down. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it stay.
Nice. And there might be a way to do it to bring that dripping to your advantage. I think that could be a really cool effect, depending on how you use it.
I
All right, well, best of
appreciate the
luck.
ambition. That's good luck.
Yeah, it's really creative. I don't think we've talked to anyone else using jam today.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have thought of that.
Thanks.
So Chris, so one of the episodes I watched recently was, I don't think you had a specific gingerbread house challenge in your season, but like on Biscuit Week 1 week, there was a challenge where most folks did gingerbread houses and you chose to take a different route. Is there a reason for that? Do you hate gingerbread or?
No, I don't. Well, you know, actually, I don't like. I used to say that I wasn't much of a fan of gingerbread, but I guess there's different types of gingerbread. There's soft gingerbread, hard gingerbread, ones that use honey, ones that use molasses. I think the stereotypical American gingerbread, I think, is quite heavy on the molasses, and it just has that really like kind of almost a smoky kind of flavor, and it's not really my thing when I think of a cookie, but I recently had some really, really good gingerbread. So I think my mind might be turning on that. But also admittedly, I'm not the best at making gingerbread houses either. So I really feel for these guys trying to do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding. It's hard I think it'd be hard to get one of these completed, let alone to be creative. I think a lot of forethought probably goes into it. You mentioned that some, like all gingerbreads are different. On the baking show, like especially when they're talking about biscuits, they always say that like they should have like a snap or be crunchy. And I find like I really like the soft gingerbread. Like, is that a bad thing? Is that like improper gingerbread, or is that just different? Or
probably depends on who you ask. I think gingerbread's one of those things that's been around for so long that everyone's got an opinion. And especially if you're talking to some, grandma that's been making it for 50, 60 years, probably has a very strong opinion. But I think, no, I personally like soft gingerbread as well. So you're asking the right person.
Nice. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, you're the authority on it here, so we'll go with that.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Ooh, Warren, what do you have on your roof that's facing us? The yellow thing.
That might be the secret thing that he was working on.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah.
Is that the logo?
It didn't turn out as I wished, but because frosting is very difficult to work on, especially like when it's super small like that.
Yes.
What it's sad about right now is that my roof is starting to crumble just because it's too heavy, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not not the only person having that problem right now.
Yeah.
So I think I'll stop working on the roof. But when you'll see the picture, you'll see what the yellow thing is representing actually. It's supposed to be an H. It's supposed to be the hub logo, like the H one.
Yeah.
So if you look closely, you can kind of see the H. The heck, not too much, but yeah.
No, I'm totally familiar with the logo and I can totally see that.
Yeah, but that's the goal here. But my roof, unfortunately, is starting to crumble here just because it's too heavy.
Yeah, I guess it's not a lot of time for the icing to set.
Yeah, that's as well. So I started intentionally started on like the bottom initially to get the roof to set, but it's apparently not enough to let it sit. Yeah, because I was like, I know you start from the bottom so that you let the top rest, but my engineering skills did fail me, I guess. Or it's just time, I guess. I should have like a fan blowing around here, then that'd be cooling the thing much faster, I guess.
There's only so much you can do about the time, so.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good thought, the fan. I wouldn't have thought of that. I saw someone else using something to prop up the house while it was setting. So that was really smart. I bet both of you are engineers.
Hey, it just needs to be able to stand upright for the photos you take afterwards.
That's true.
So.
Thankfully, honestly, yeah.
The producers have just messaged me and said they want to give a Christmas gift of an extra 5 minutes to all of you. And so we will put that on the clock. They recognize that some of you are struggling and might benefit from those extra 5 minutes. And we want your houses to be the best they can be. So I will put that on the clock for you all right now. Really seeing the details come together right now, though.
It's kind of cool. You start out with the same kit and you have such different gingerbread houses.
Ooh, can we go visit Hannah for a bit? It looks like we have a wreath happening on the roof.
Yes, I tried to, I don't know, make it look a little Christmassy. And that's what I'm using for my extra ingredient. I'm using rosemary.
Whoa.
Love it. I love it.
That is fantastic. And then you also have like a log cabin effect going on the roof.
So the other ingredient I have, these are breadsticks. It's my first time even ever like buying them, but they're not the taste that I was expecting. So I was snacking while I was working on this because once my roof collapsed, I just kind of gave up and I started eating the gummies. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see?
That looks great.
This looks fantastic.
What do you study, Hannah?
I'm in business.
You're in business. Okay. Well, I think you've got you could start a gingerbread house selling business after that.
Or if you made like an Airbnb business and the house looked like that. For sure. All right. Well, use your remaining 4 minutes wisely and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. As we go into like the last 4 minutes here, Chris, like from your own experience, what's going through the contestants' minds right now, probably?
I can imagine that they're thinking that they had all these grand plans and they wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but they can't finish all of them. So they're trying to decide which one they're going to tackle and how they're going to finish it in that amount of time. Very familiar feeling for me.
Yeah. Would you ever get an opportunity to practice your challenges in advance?
But there's, you mean on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, like, especially for the technical challenges, that's like completely blinded. We're not told of anything. But there's definitely a lot of things that I was doing for the first time on the show, which there's a lot of sentiment afterwards that, oh, if I was to do that again, I would have done it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of skills that you're kind of expected to know how to make cookies and cakes and things like that. It's chocolate week coming up, so you got to practice your chocolate tempering. And you just got to be confident in your skills and hope that it works.
Totally. And it obviously worked very well for you. I didn't want to spoil it for folks for like where you ended up in the show in case they want to watch it after.
Yeah, I had ups and downs. Ups and downs.
Totally. It was a journey for everyone involved, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So about 2.5 minutes left, folks. Not the time to crumble under pressure. I see the hands starting to move quicker.
So how's it going to work? Are they going to be presenting their houses individually?
Yeah. So what will happen after the clock runs out is folks will have an opportunity to take photos of their house. So I think they'll get to take 3 angles. They'll drop the photos in a Google Drive folder that we have sent to them. And then when all the judges are here, they'll have an opportunity to view each house and discuss it for a few seconds. Yeah, and so that's how it'll go down.
Is this the first gingerbread event, or have you done this before in previous years?
Not to this scale. If we have ever done a gingerbread competition in residence, this is the first year it's looked like this for sure. So it's new for everyone, but it'd be really cool if it became a tradition in future years if folks enjoyed it.
I can imagine some people who are doing it for the first time this year, they'll be planning their gingerbread for next year's competition.
Could you
shortly
imagine?
after. Yeah, I can just imagine some of the ideas that they can carry forward. That would be a cool tradition.
Yeah, I know from my experience working with students, like students are so resourceful, and so I know that the planning would start that far in advance. All right, folks, the Gingerbread Factory is closing in 1 minute. Start those finishing touches. Would you be down to do a dramatic countdown with me, Chris, from 10?
Oh, I would.
Okay.
That's what I was waiting for this whole half an hour.
All right, things are really coming together for folks, though. Seeing lots of bright colors scrolling through the cameras. Really excited to hear folks' stories about why they did what they did. We already got to kind of hear that a bit from Warren and why he chose the accents he did, because it reminded him of home. So this is going to be really interesting. 17 seconds, folks. All right, here we go. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
That is
Hands
time,
up.
everyone. Step away from your houses. Feels like this is like I'm saying that your final exam is over. Stop filling out your Scantron sheets.
Yeah.
And put your cameras on your houses so we can see them. And so this is where you'll all get an opportunity to take photos of your houses. I believe we're asking for 3 different angles. And you will be given or have been given access to a Google Drive folder where you can drop those. That's what we'll be showing to the judges. So we'll give you all a moment to do that. Have about 10, 15 minutes for that, I believe. So Chris, I remember reading on your CBC baker profile that you had a style of classic French with Eastern influence. I'm curious, if you were incorporating that baking style into a challenge like this, or even just a gingerbread challenge, what do you think that would look like? To put you on the spot.
Well, I think the Asian style tends to be a bit more, I guess maybe a bit more minimalist, less is more kind of idea versus a more, I guess, North American maximalist type where you have tons of things everywhere. So maybe, little accents here and there. And also maybe in terms of extra ingredients, borrowing from some of the Eastern traditions as well. Maybe next year I can join and I can show you.
We'd be happy to have you. We might take you up on that. That's really interesting, though. It was always really neat to see what kinds of ingredients folks would incorporate in things. I only ever put chocolate chips and oatmeal in things, but
nothing wrong with chocolate chips and oatmeal. Oh, it looks like we've got our one other judge here.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello.
It's,
hello,
Bill
President Flanagan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, we're both very happy to. Saffron's almost here.
Oh, fantastic.
It's quite impressive.
Hello. All right, everyone. I believe, President Flanagan and Saffron are on camera. We welcome you. The students have been really busy at work planning and decorating some really unique houses. How are you all doing today?
Great, nice sunny day. And are these some of the houses that we see?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
They only had half an hour. That's impressive,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, really? They only had a half hour to build the house.
I know.
Oh, goodness.
Definitely
that
a
is
under time
impressive.
pressure project.
That would take me a lot more than a half hour.
Same. So President Flanagan and Saffron, we took the liberty, like, just to kind of look through your Instagrams before the show, and it looks like you folks like seem like really high quality chefs. You love like detailed presentation, it seems.
That's mostly Saffron. Yeah.
How do you think that'll influence your judging style today, or what you'll be looking for?
Well, it's about the presentation. So, and I'm just curious to understand what the designs were inspired from. And I'm also curious to know who has actually done this before, and maybe they have some past experience.
Yeah, absolutely. One question I wanted to ask all three of you as judges is if you could pick, if you were to build a gingerbread house from scratch, so not from the kit, and model it after any U of A building on campus, which do you think it would be and why?
Well, I think I'd go with one of the classics like Convocation Hall, although that would be a hard one to make into, that would really test your skills as a gingerbread chef.
Lots of details.
Yes, lots of detail.
I would do Butterdome gone modern.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, actually. The Butterdome would be fun.
Would you spray paint it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. or just to have some fun with it. What Butterdome would be holidayed up?
Ooh, that would be super interesting.
Although
maybe we should start doing that. Maybe we should start decorating the Butterdome for the holidays. It'd be a very large scale project though.
Well, you could have yellow icing.
Dip it in.
Yeah, right.
How about you, Chris?
I think I'd try for Eka. Yeah, all those stripes of color. That's like the first building of U of A that I saw, and I just thought to myself, wow. So I think it would be challenging, but ambitious and possibly rewarding if I could pull it off.
Yeah, definitely. How would you do all the colors?
Oh, I don't know. You could do caramel, you could do colored sugar, you could do chocolate, I guess, different colors. It's a good question. I'll have to think about that one.
Do some sugar work.
Yeah, in half an hour.
One of our producers is putting in the chat that she'd love to see Hub done in a gingerbread house. Also, probably a very large scale project. Just checking in to see where our photos are at for when we can start judging. So I guess to give folks a bit of a rundown of how the judging will work while we're waiting for the photos to be uploaded, is we contestants have taken 3 photos of their gingerbread house just to capture it from different angles. And so we'll go through them in order of contestant order. They're all numbered. We'll give them an opportunity to briefly speak to the intentionality, any kind of inspiration they had for the house. And we'll give the opportunity for the judges to provide a couple of comments. And we'll do that for each contestant. And then the judges will go into a private breakout room and deliberate who will win the 3 prizes. And then we'll put it to the rest of the U of A community to decide the 4th. Just to remind everyone of the 4 categories, if folks are tuning in a bit later, that folks can win. You can win the most traditional gingerbread house. You can win the most creative gingerbread house, the most extravagant gingerbread house, and then finally the People's Choice Award will be done by voting on the U of A Instagram page. And the stakes are really high. There's prizes of AirPods, an iPad, and a Fitbit, and then also a bookstore gift card for the People's Choice Awards. So high stakes for our residents.
So Zach,
all right, looks like we're just, sorry, go ahead.
Are people viewing online? I'm just wondering how many participants there are today.
Good question. And so it looks like we have about 15 students participating with us today, but we were streaming through YouTube for anyone else who wanted to watch. I know I had a coworker watching, so at least one. I don't have the audience number right now. 17 watching right now, they're telling me.
Great. Well, welcome everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're still waiting for folks to upload their photos. Is there anything else the judges wanted to say about what they might be looking for today, or what kind of criteria is most important to them?
Well, for me, I mentioned it earlier, I really want to know what inspired you to make your gingerbread house in the way that it is. We all started in kind of the same ingredients and the same kit, and it's clearly diverged into your own creation. So I want to hear the story behind it, and I want to feel what Christmas means to you.
And I'll be curious to know if it's your first gingerbread house or if you've made one before. I've not made many in my life, maybe one or two, so I'm impressed.
How about,
I'm impressed that you were able to do that in half an hour.
Yeah, I think I've gotten I didn't do my undergrad at U of A, but I'm getting a flavor that, you know, we have some of the best here at U of A.
Chris, are you a student at U of A, or?
I'm alum. I did my post-grad medicine residency.
Oh, great.
I was U of T undergrad, UBC med school, and then I ended up here for the final piece.
Oh, great.
And I'm still here.
Now, how did you come to be involved with the gingerbread?
I saw one of the team at my clinic and received an invitation, and I thought this seems a bit more interesting than sitting in an office.
Oh, great.
So yeah, mix it up a little bit and spread some holiday cheer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So a funny story for everyone who's here. Hi, everyone. My name's Deanie. I thought I would come and say hello. Chris is actually my doctor, funny enough. And so I was going to see the doctor for some back pain, typical stuff. And I had recognized him from the baking show, and that's how I recruited him to the event. So that is how that came to be. And Bill, Saffron, are you guys okay if I share that story?
Of course, yes, it's a great story.
It's actually pretty funny how I ended up recruiting our President Flanagan and Saffron, as well as I was at Michael's buying gingerbread for another event, and I was buying a lot. So I was obviously drawing in some attention for people at Michael's, and it came up that I work in U of A residence, and Saffron introduced himself, and he said we should invite him and Bill. And so here we are. We have President Flanagan, Saffron here, and Chris. So it all came together really nicely.
It's clearly meant to be.
Clearly, yeah. I'm really happy with it, and I'm so glad that everyone did join, and we were able to pull this together because it looks like the students had a lot of fun, and we're bringing some cheer to other folks who are being able to watch. So great way to bring the community together.
Yeah. Well, Saffron was very impressed because he said you were being very frugal. You were.
There was a deal.
You had to stretch a small budget very far. Saffron said, "Oh, well, that's great.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit."
It's actually really funny. When I originally were going to make the prizes, they were going to be very small, but then we decided because we're tight on budget right now, all things considered. So instead of buying new prizes, we decided to use some prizes we have on hand. But unfortunately, they were all so large, the prizes. So we're giving out some really great prizes today, which
how unfortunate.
I know Chris mentioned they're better than what he got or what was available on the baking show, which is pretty hilarious, actually.
We were saving them for a special occasion, and I think it's pretty fitting. So.
And the students participating are all in residence, I guess, from around the world. Is that correct?
Yeah, tell us a bit about our students who are participating.
Yeah, all of the students who are participating today are living in residence currently in Edmonton. The gingerbread houses were just delivered today, to my knowledge, to their residence rooms. So.
And so the gingerbread arrived with some icing, and then away you go. Is that how?
Yeah, it's a kit.
Yeah, I think we'll see what was included in the kit. From what we could see, like it would include all the sides, the roof. It would include some candy, and then a bunch of icing for them to secure it together with.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they were permitted to use up to 3 additional ingredients that they just had on hand in their pantry as well to add some creativity.
Sort of like gingerbread Lego.
Yeah, in a way.
With craft dinner.
With icing. Oh, even better.
I'd be impressed if someone used craft dinner as one of their ingredients. Why not?
Macaroni is always great.
All right, Deanie, are we ready to start judging, do you think?
Yep, I'd say so.
All right. So I'm gonna pass it off to our judges, and I think we're just gonna Deanie, are we pinning them or are we? Yeah, perfect. So we're gonna pin one contestant at a time. They'll be able to share a bit about their house. They can share the ingredients that they added, if they added any. And judges, feel free to ask any questions or provide any comments. Let's start with contestant 1.
So this is my gingerbread house. I really went off of what Christmas kind of means to me and my family. So this every year, my cousins, my grandparents, and my family goes up to Silver Star Mountain Resort, and we go and we stay in a lodge up there. And this was the one that we usually get. Kind of looked like this house. It always had some blue lights across the window, so I put 3 little blue candies across, and it had red lights along the roof, so I got these red little gumdrops up here. And I didn't really have much on hand, but I put some candy canes in there because they would always have these blow-up candy canes out in front of the house. And then I put some icing around the base to make it look like snow. And that's about it. Oh, I have a little piece of holly up at the top there. I don't know if you can see that as well.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, well, we know Silver Star. My sister lives in Vernon, and so we go up there all the time. I may have seen that house.
Yeah, probably.
Now, what's that right on the top? It looks like is that red candy or?
Yeah, this is a little. I'll get a little closer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That helps. Okay.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
I love the icicles that you were somehow able to do with that runny icing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I love this story. That's I'm sure maybe hopefully next year you can restart that tradition.
Hopefully. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Allison. I think we're gonna go to Brittany next.
Okay, so this is my gingerbread house, and it's inspired by back home as well, because it's a lot different here in the city. Like where I'm from, it's just wood cabins and it's just cozy all the time, and it's so great. And I'm feeling a little homesick for that small town feel, so I just made this little cabin like what you would see up north, I guess.
Where are you from, Brittany?
I'm from Fairview.
Okay.
It's like 6 hours north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can we see the house? That's it. Beautiful. And I like the snow on the bottom.
Yeah, really nice alternating colors. There's a lot of detail and attention that was paid there. People decorate their houses in Fairview at Christmas.
Yeah, there's like a competition type thing, and people all compete to have the most decorations.
I bet. Love the friendly neighborhood competition. Really great work.
Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks, Brittany.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
For some reason it says my mic is not on. But so mine, I didn't realize this was a thing we could use until I saw Allison's, because my roof fell apart after I took photos. So it looks like this right now. But what it was supposed to be.
You had too much snow.
You can hold it. There you go. We get it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, the roof wasn't made for all that snow. Oh, I like that.
Hannah, is it rosemary?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Hey, beautiful. That's very creative.
When I put all the breadsticks on it, but after the powdered sugar on top, it just fell off completely.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So this, I guess, kind of like
Yes.
Parents and my family in general, we like to go to this ski lodge, which is like a 2-3 hour drive from my house. I'm just gonna set this down because it's
Yeah, that's okay.
And so I try to resemble a very snowy, ski lodgy kind of vibe with my gingerbread house. And then also, I don't know if you can tell, but on the sides, I have green and yellow Christmas lights.
Oh, cute.
Our football team is the Green Bay Packers, green and yellow. So
Yeah.
it's a little incorporation of home on there. So yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I really like the use of breadsticks and rosemary. Very, very creative.
And the green and gold, you can't go wrong with that.
And you can eat it too.
Hello.
Hi.
I never really celebrated Christmas with my family because we don't celebrate it, but it's kind of inspired by my trip to visit my cousins last year. They're all little kids below 10. So I made a gingerbread house with them. And this is what it looks like from the front. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, and like this is like one side of the roof. Like I just went by the design that the gingerbread has, and the other side is like kind of like this. We didn't have a lot of time when I started doing that, so
What kind of designs are I can't really see in the picture, but can you describe, are they designs of anything in particular?
of this.
Yeah.
No, I just went with my gut and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. There's a bunch of icing I have left, so I just went with
Yeah.
it.
Well, it looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can see is that on the front, there's a gingerbread man and a tree as well. Is that right?
Yeah, it came with the kit.
Okay. I think you undersell yourself.
Santa going down the chimney.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the design, but
Well, yeah, it is Santa sliding down the roof.
Yeah, you wonder what that fellow is doing with his legs sticking out of the chimney. That would be Santa.
I like the different colored lights on the roof as well.
Thank you.
Kind of reminds me of a string of Christmas lights on Candy Cane Lane. Good job.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
My house absolutely fell apart.
Oh no. Can you show us the different parts though?
If you had 20
So-
more minutes, what would you do?
I had a lot planned, to be honest, but the icing did not cooperate. I was actually gonna go and use melted sugar to stick the house together instead, but I did not have that much sugar, so I couldn't do that. And yeah, so this was the roof, and I planned on making icicles and stuff, but the time did not.
Let's see the front of the house.
Oh, so that is the front of the house.
Nice.
So
You got a wreath?
yeah, I planned on doing a lot, but I could not execute it.
That's okay. You had the vision. And was there something particular that you were going to go for that you were really attracted to about the gingerbread house?
Not really. I just wanted to do a lot of designs in it. But the icing was really adhesive, and like I did not realize this was my first time doing it, and I have never used royal icing before, so I did not know how the consistency was going to be. So yeah, I did
You have
not.
to heat it up?
I'm sorry?
Was it
No.
already done? Or was
Oh
it?
yeah, it was already in a packet.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Could you show me? There's a really nice wreath on the front. How did you do that?
Oh, I just cut the candy that we had with the kit, this into smaller parts.
Oh, that's
So
really creative.
I could just do it faster.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, so one side of my roof just fell apart. I was going for like a more modern structure where like this roof would sit like this instead of like this.
Oh, that's the house I was talking about in Edmonton. They have a lot of new houses that they're building in that style.
Yeah,
That would have
so
been cool.
I was planning to stick it like this, but then it all just slid away.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't get enough time to decorate like one of the sides,
Show us the
any
side
of the sides of the
that
back.
is on.
But yeah, I had like a string of lights on the top.
Yes.
There's like a bunch of lights on the side of the roof.
How cute.
I got something done for the front. I kind of decorated the Christmas tree a bit.
Yes.
Tried putting some candy ornaments. And yeah, tried making eyes and stuff for this guy, but that didn't really stick. So yeah.
I like the lights on the roof.
I like the lights on the roof.
I tried something like I have never made one of these before. And so like it was only inspired by the cartoons and the movies I saw when I was a kid.
That's great.
Thank you so
Well
much.
done.
Good job.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, the vision I had was completely different. I totally overestimated what 30 minutes would allow me to do. I'm just gonna go with this is modeled after, this is inspired by my final meltdowns.
It's all how you sell it. Yeah. Can you explain what you have going on in the front there?
Okay, so I was gonna actually have a bit of like snow down there. And I also thought like there could be lights kind of like covered in the snow, I guess. And I used jam, which was a horrible idea because it was very runny and for the window panes and kind of snow melting down from the windowsill, I guess. And yeah, a wreath as well that's melting.
Well,
yeah.
It sort of looks very modern. It's a bit surreal.
Yeah.
You know, the jam actually, the sheen and the shine of the jam actually it gives it kind of a cool effect, as well as the melting down of the snow. That's probably what's happening around Edmonton when the temperature suddenly goes above 0. So that actually looks pretty cool.
Thanks.
It's gingerbread house when it's above 10.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, I'll talk about mine. So I'm not from here. I'm from Turkey. So back home, we don't really have Christmas. So all I know about Christmas is from movies. So I wanted to create like a classic, rom-com Christmas movie kind of cottage. I used cereal for to make tiles at the roof, and then the front looks like this. So it's like a classic cottage look.
Can you show us the roof again, please?
What did you use on the roof?
I used cereal to make tiles. Yes.
Oh, so it looks like a sort of a thatched roof or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that shreddies or something? Oh, that's really smart. Yes.
And then what else did you use? I saw something around the windows, right?
Yeah, I used candy to make the windows and the door as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those look like the kind of pull apart licorice.
Yeah, I had to pull them apart when I was.
Very, very nice. The roof is my favorite part of that for sure.
Yeah, great work on the roof.
Hi. My gingerbread house wasn't as expected. It's more like a Halloween / gingerbread house. It's a bit of both. It's a little bit falling apart, but still holding together somehow. Yeah, it's my first time. I never experienced Christmas until like coming to Canada, and from what I see, decorations from the house, this is from what I can remember. Somewhat representation of my house.
So what is on top? Are those big balls?
These are chewing gums that like the candy and then goes back to chewing gum. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah. Gumballs, I think.
Gumballs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and those come with the kit, or you had them?
Yes, it came with the kit.
Okay.
And
They look fun on top there.
Yeah, it's very eye-catching when you put them up there. And
yeah,
and also the
also
go
the
ahead.
color that pops out.
And the colors that you have chosen for your little gummies in the ground, that's great. Can you turn the house around?
Okay.
Because it looks like you've got stuff going on the back. You've decorated the back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. That must have taken a lot of time to decorate 360.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, good job.
You did a fine job.
Yeah, it's a house that's ready to move in.
I like
Really?
that.
Want to get scared?
Do you find it a bit scary, the house?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank
Finally, my turn. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so I'll describe what I did. I made it very symmetrical, which I really like. And this was my first time making a gingerbread house, so I'm really proud of myself.
Well done.
So it's holding together really well. So far, I have moved it around from the floor to the table and it did not fall apart. So that's great.
That's impressive because you've got a lot of things going on in the roof there.
Yeah, so I'll start from the front. So here I used stuff from the kit. I only used like Kit Kat bars at the top. I'll go to that. So here's the door and the windows and some little candies in the front to make it inviting. And here on the roof, some details, some light work, I guess. And to me, like Christmas is about like really colorful lights and just having fun with friends and family. So yeah, and I used like Kit Kat at the top to hold together roof to make it more sturdy.
Right. And it's all held together by the icing, the house.
Yeah, the icing and as well as the, I put like Kit Kat on the top with lots of icing so that it holds it together like the two.
It's working.
Yeah, it looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Well, and my two sides are very similar. And yeah, and I
Or
did
Kit Kat
not.
bars in the bottom there.
Oh, at the bottom, I have like 2 bars of Kit Kat, some lights on top.
Like a little bed of
Yeah.
flowers or lights, yeah.
Yeah, or lights. And the same thing here as well. And this is the back. The back doesn't have much. I tried to make a Kit Kat door at the back. Yeah.
Very nice.
Good work.
Yeah, this was my first time ever building a gingerbread house, so I'm really
Great
proud
job.
of myself.
You did a great job.
Well done.
Thank you.
Hey, Warren.
Hello. Mine was initially inspired by just being away from home for 2 years, but I guess this has been my new home for like the past few years. So essentially like hub. I think, and that's why essentially I went for the hub logo. But it's hard to see from here, but if you look properly, it'll use the same color, but we didn't have black. So that's why the H doesn't stand out from the yellow part. But that was the initial idea. And then I think it's just like, you can see some snow. So essentially that was the coconut shreds that I wanted to mix with the honey, just to get the idea of like the snow. But as I started sprinkling it over, I saw that the roof was crumbling, but that's the thing. Since it's like my first time making it, I didn't keep it on there. I thought, yeah. So that's thing, because then once I started seeing the roof just like crumbling, I was like, yeah, no more work on the roof for me. So I started working on the front and the back. Like the back is more like Christmas lights, just like a match of blue and green. I think it's more like the nature back home. I know it's like not very Christmassy, but it's more towards like blue colors in hub first, and then the second thing is just like the ocean colors, and then the trees like that I would have around the ocean. So that's why I had like this color pattern instead of like something traditional for Christmas, I guess, from the front. So yeah, two different windows, and then just the front, something like I didn't have much time anyways. So the door itself plus like the door handle, which I tried to make, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And the balls on the top. Yeah, I think this side you can see more of the snow, but that's pretty much it.
Well done. And
A lot of lot of little details in there.
Very well done. With the hub logo, no less. Well done.
Your turn.
Hello.
Hey.
Actually, first of all, I finished my work already before 2 o'clock, so I'm not gonna want any award, but I just want to share my idea. So this is my work. Actually, I'm an international student, so because of the circumstance now, I cannot go home during Christmas. So I really miss my family and my pets. So I just make a house just like my small house. So actually, this is my first gingerbread house. I kind of want to make a Canadian style, traditional style. So I add a lot of detail, like this chocolate, and I add some like colorful candies, and I decorate the windows, like. And
nice.
Lots of details and lots of colors.
Yeah.
And the windows are really nicely done. Yes.
And this is like.
Oh yes.
Actually, I'm a first year engineering student, so I'm pretty sure that this house is very stable because I used a lot of cream to like to stabilize the surface between the wall. So I'm pretty sure it's really stable.
Oh wow. That's very, very creative. That clearly took you, I don't know. It looks to me like it would have taken a lot of work. How long did that take
40
you?
40 minutes actually.
40 minutes?
Yeah.
That's more than I could do in 40 minutes.
That is impressive.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. It was so wonderful to hear you all talk about your work. Our judges certainly have their work cut out for them. So we're going to be sending the judges off to a private breakout room to deliberate, and they will return with a decision soon. Oh, all right. Looks like the judges are off deliberating. How is everyone feeling? Good work, all of you. Warren, are you eating your house already? How good? I've always wondered if the gingerbread kits are like actually taste good or if they are more so like for the looks. How's it taste?
No, they actually are the ones which are edible.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've tried eating non-edible ones. They really are not edible.
Well, that sounds
Ginger
awful.
cookies. Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, I think I'm not the only one eating it. I think I'm seeing Hannah also eating it.
Oh, really? Nice.
But,
How's
yeah.
it taste, Hannah? Are you eating the house or are you eating like your breadsticks or the rosemary?
Eating the roof that fell off with some of the breadstick in there.
Nice.
Breadsticks definitely don't go well with gingerbread.
It seems like the judges liked your lights and the breadsticks. How are you feeling about it? Do you think you've secured one of the prizes?
I I hope so. I really need a Christmas gift for my sister.
Oh, nice. That's so selfless.
But yeah, the fact that they noticed that it was rosemary, I was a little excited. I was like, yay. I never even knew what rosemary was. I just found the photo on Pinterest and I tried to follow it.
It's very pretty looking, and not a purpose I would have thought of for rosemary, but so versatile. You've shown us. Nandini, how are you feeling? It seems like you said like you went with the box's design, so it sounds like you're angling for the traditional house. How do you think the judges liked it?
Honestly, I don't know. Like there were people whose houses was so pretty, like Hannah, and I'm sorry I don't remember their names. I know Hannah because she's on my team, but I just tried my best. I always see these photos on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'll do that. And then I found out we have half an hour. I was like, oh no, I don't have time for that.
Well, as the judges said, don't undersell yourself. It turned out really good. You mentioned like you love a bunch of other people's houses. Who do you think is your favorite house that you saw?
Okay, let me look through it again. I really liked Aspen's house, and I also really liked Nilanjan's house and Hannah. Like I said, the rosemary idea was great.
Fantastic. Who's feeling really confident about a prize after hearing the judges' critiques? Feel free to unmute and go. No one is. Oh no. Warren, it seemed like President Flanagan really liked the hub logo and the green and gold. What was it like to hear that affirmation?
I mean, hub's gotta be for the win, you know? Like hub, you go big or go home, but I don't think it was big anyways. As for the go home part, I guess my home's already crumbling. It's too quick already, but it is what it is.
Warren, how many gingerbread houses do you think you would need to build hub?
Which part of hub are you talking? The full
Like build the full
full
hub. How many gingerbread houses would you need? Considering it's 4 city blocks long. Take that into
yeah. That's why I said 4 city blocks. Are you talking about this specific kit?
Yes, with that kit.
Maybe 100,000, maybe more, maybe 1 million actually. 100,000 is too small. I'm saying outer structure, by the way, not inside. So only the block of even 1 million I think is too small. But yeah, maybe more.
I wonder how good gingerbread is as an insulator. Would it provide a warm home if you build a large scale building from it? Celine, you mentioned that your house was built after a rom-com cabin. Did you have a favorite movie in mind that inspired you?
I think it was called The Holiday. I'm not really sure. We're
I wondered.
Goes to England to this really cute cottage.
I just watched that a couple weeks ago. It's one of my favorites. It's so good.
It? Yeah, it's great. I love it. I watch it every year.
Allison, do you have a favorite holiday movie that you've watched already that you know you'll be watching?
I just watched Elf, which is one of my favorite holiday movies, so I'd have to go with that one for sure.
Nice. How do you feel like the judging critiques went?
I'm pretty proud of my house. I wish I had time to do more. I didn't really have much criticism, but I don't think that mine's that great compared to some of the other ones, so I had a lot of fun anyways.
Oh, that's so good. I'm glad. What are some of your other favorite houses that you saw here?
I really liked Hannah's. I thought that was super creative. I really liked the ideas. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. Everyone's a fan of the rosemary today.
Yes.
Brittany, how do you feel yours went? I can just see your house peeking above the camera.
I think it went okay. I think that there's a lot of hard competition though. Yeah, everyone did such a good job, so.
Yeah. Is there a particular category you going for, you think?
I'm going for traditional, I think.
Okay, nice. It's like our judges are still deliberating. Must be a really difficult decision. Are people's houses still holding together? It looks like some are still standing, which is fantastic. I know some folks had some issues with the icing. Tasmeem, how did you feel your judging went? It seemed like they really liked the symmetry that you used.
Considering that this was my first time building a gingerbread house, I think I feel pretty good about it.
Fantastic. It looks really good. Everything seems to be so like nicely spread out.
Yeah, and like I tried to make, I don't know, I like the symmetry about houses. Like I don't like asymmetric whatever is coming up in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So I really wanted it to look like overall spread out, like nice and colorful. And so far it's still not falling apart, which
good.
I'm really surprised.
Oh, fantastic. That's a really great vision to have.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And you, I know you joined us near the end here and had a wonderful house. How do you feel about the results?
I feel really good because this is my first time to build like a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a part of Canadian culture, and I'm very excited to learn that.
That's cool. Yeah, it seems like it's a lot of folks' first time here.
Yeah.
I'm now watching all of you. I want to build one. I have not built one yet. I'm curious how it would fare. Can you show us your house a bit more, you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Looks like you you have a lot of really good details with the icing. I know a lot of folks struggled with the icing, so that's great.
I almost used all of the candies in the package.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there. Did you add any additional ingredients other than what's in the
I
package?
add some chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
They're shiny.
Yeah. I just like the color and want it to be more colorful, kind of.
Nice. Oh, and the border on the roof looks really good too.
I think it's just like traditional one, not like very novel like.
Did everyone have? I know like we're building this up as like a really big competition, but did folks have fun today? At least I hope. Yeah, seeing lots of nods. That's good. Our intention wasn't to stress you out. Hopefully. So does anyone watch the either the Great Canadian Baking Show or the British Baking Show? Seeing lots
I've
of
seen
nods.
Chris in it.
Pardon?
I watched the episodes with Chris.
Nice.
Yeah. He's actually really good.
He is. Yeah, we didn't want to spoil how far he made it, but he did really well. He was always really creative. He used some really neat ingredients. Oh, there's Chris. We were just talking about you.
Oh, what were you saying? Don't tell me, actually. I don't want to know.
All good things. All right, so the judges are back. So they've probably made a decision. So I'll hand it over to the judges to announce the winners for the 3 categories.
Why don't I announce the first one? And
okay, Chris can do the second.
You can do the second,
yeah.
and
I'll do the
third.
third. Yeah.
So the first prize for the most traditional goes to Allison. Now, where are you there, Allison? Oh, there you are.
Hi, thank you.
Congratulations!
So much.
Congratulations!
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Yeah, it really brought out that ski lodge it reminded me of a ski lodge very, very strongly. So
Perfect.
And I think
Thank
that
you so much.
The
closest we'll
candy
get.
really brought it home.
Yes.
Well done.
So the second prize for most creative, all of these were very, very, very hard to decide on, but we eventually settled on contestant 15, which was Celine. Really, those shreddies on the roof and the candy around the windows and the doors. I think that was what pushed you into the victory over the finish line. So great work on that.
And the third one, and the most extravagant gingerbread, it was really, there were lots of very interesting creative approaches and just extravagant colors and approaches to it. And we decided on Hannah. I love the rosemary. Congratulations.
Anna, where are you? Oh, there you are. She's right there.
My roof literally just fell off like the
That's
second.
okay.
Oh no!
You made it.
You made it just in time.
The prize needs to be retracted now, just for that. All right, congratulations, Hannah, Celine, and Allison. We'll email you about getting your prizes to you. Judges, did you have any final comments to offer our contestants today?
Yes, thank you, everyone. You all did a fantastic job. I really hope you have a great holiday and enjoy the River Valley and get out and enjoy the outdoors, and wish you all the best in your studies.
Yeah, I also want to directly address the cookie building. I know some of you, your plans didn't quite work out as you expected, and then that's okay. This is about having fun. It's I've been there, except I did it on national television, which is far more embarrassing. I mean, I hope you had fun, and hopefully many more gingerbread houses to be built in the future. Excellent job, everyone. I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, I know for many of you it was your first, and you'll always remember the first house that you built, and I'm sure you'll be doing many more in the next years, and we want to be part of that and to see the progress.
All right. Thank you so much, judges. We just really want to thank all of you, Chris, President Flanagan, and Saffron, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time and your wisdom and your encouragement. It was great having you all here today. So we thank you so much. We also want to extend a thank you to a bunch of the folks who helped with this. Particularly want to thank Katie, Perul, Ashley, MJ, and Deanie. Deanie was the primary coordinator of this event and put a lot of effort into this event to really make it an experience for all of you. And so wanted to thank everyone involved.
And Zach, we would like to know if we can post the winners of photos of their gingerbread cookies on Instagram.
Yes, I believe, oh, Deanie's messaging me yes. So okay. I believe we've talked to the contestants about that. So I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
You're all going to be famous.
This is all your big break. So to those watching, I know there's some folks tuning in on YouTube. If for the folks who weren't able to participate, we still do have the People's Choice Award that needs to be decided. So keep an eye on the U Alberta Instagram page, and that should be popping up in the next couple of days for you to vote. And then that will decide the fourth prize for the gingerbread house that will be decided by all of you. So be sure to look out for that and go do it. But that brings us to the conclusion of the program. Echoing what a lot of the judges said, we hope you have a safe and a fun break. Hope it's as sweet and cozy as all the gingerbread houses you made, and take care, everyone. Have a good break.
Thanks, everyone.